Hello, my spooky nation. How is everyone doing today? Alright, we are going to do things a little differently this time. This time we're going to do a themed video. Now, all these videos should be doorbell footage, ring doorbell footage, stuff like that. Now, we might run across a few that we've seen in other videos or whatever. If they're really good, from what I remember, we'll go ahead and watch them again. If not, we'll skip past them. But I just want to let everyone know what this video is going to be about real fast. That being said, you know what time it is. It's time to turn them lights down low, put on something comfy, cut up with someone special, and let's get spooky.
Top 5 scariest things caught on doorbell cameras. A cry for help. This video was posted by Reddit user Unknown Truth. He says that his friend's wife had a very odd experience one day as she walked outside to do the laundry. The incident was caught on their Ring doorbell camera.
Sounds like someone saying, please, please help me. Just like in a really kind of creepy voice.
The woman hears some strange noise, and it's not coming from the Ring camera speaker. In fact, the eerie moaning seems to be coming right out of the bare wall beside her. Now, I boosted the audio on this clip and, well, just take a listen.
Okay, now that's a little creepy. Like, maybe it's someone up there on the roof. I mean, there's a little gap right there. Maybe someone's stuck up there. It's just like, help. I don't know.
Some strange voice in the wall seems to be crying out for help. The woman is so freaked out that she actually goes inside and calls the police.
I looked around, I didn't see anybody out on the road or any cars or anything. So I went back to my Ring video to make sure I wasn't just creatively hearing something.
I can hear somebody saying something, but I can't.
Well, I posted it on there.
The police search the premises, but there's no one there. So just what?
Well, I mean, even if there was someone there, she's in completely different clothes. She's put on makeup. She's fixed her hair and everything. And I'm sorry, ladies, but that takes you all forever to do. So even if there was someone there, they're probably done gone. Just saying. Just saying.
Is this strange disembodied voice that seems to be begging for help? Let me know what you think down in the comments. No treat.
That would be creepy though. I mean, I'm glad my laundry room is inside of my actual house to where I don't have to walk outside to wash clothes. I don't think I'd like that. Just in general.
The thought of Halloween sparks images of happy children dressed in costumes rushing from door to...
Okay. I don't like clowns. Not in the fact that, I don't like clowns, but as in, I don't like clowns. I might not be able to watch this if it's a clown. Just saying. Don't judge me.
door to collect as much candy as they can. But this next video didn't take place on Halloween. It happened in the middle of a sweltering summer day in August in San Antonio, Texas.
Nope. Tell me when it's over, y'all. Tell me when it's over. I ain't looking. Not looking. Look this way.
Trick or treat.
I don't like that voice.
Trick or treat. Trick or treat. Smell my feet. I keep blue stuff.
No.
Stolen from the cinema. It's a sea life. Not too stuff. Not needed.
Okay, I don't. I'm trying to listen to what this guy's saying. He said trick or treat and smell my feet, and then some random jibber jabber. Oh.
The bizarre masked man says, "Trick or treat, smell my feet." Then he seems to get distracted by his own feet. And then he just seems to wander off in a confused state. Now, one has to wonder if the man had been having some special treats of his own. Surprise visit.
Okay. To dress up like a clown, you need to be on something special. I'm sorry, but no. That's no. 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 No.
On a warm sunny day in May, Gerald Haywood was visiting a friend's home in Lawton, Oklahoma. Now, in accordance with YouTube's family-friendly content guidelines, let me say in advance that no one was seriously hurt in this clip.
Oh, God.
But I'll explain that later.
Oh, God! What the... What was that? Was that a snake? Why? Why, snake? Why?
Take you to the hospital. Take you to the hospital. Get that snake. Get that snake. Where? At your mailbox. Right there. No, I'm not.
Turns out that there's
He got bull. Oh, that's... Oh, God. God is coming. Bo. No, you didn't, fool. You don't lie to me. Oh, God.
a 6-foot-long snake wrapped around the porch light. When Gerald...
Oh, my God. 6-foot-long snake? Oh, hopefully it's like a garter snake or rat snake. Hopefully it was nothing poisonous.
Gerald opens the door, the snake strikes just above his right eye. Luckily, the snake is not venomous and the bite above his eye isn't deep. Gerald was rushed to the hospital but didn't require anything more than a couple of band-aids and some light antibiotics. And I have to admit, the first time I watched this video, I thought it was horrific.
That would be... Okay, it's horrific on more than one level. What if that had been like a kid walking up, like a Girl Scout selling cookies or something, or... Oh, that's terrific. I put mothballs all around the house and snake repellent, and We got like some wooded area behind the house, and we have these boxes that have security cameras so people can't mess with them. Just take them down, steal them and stuff. And I guess birds built a nest up in there, and the babies hatched and everything, and I wasn't going to pull the nest out with their eggs and stuff in it. No, I'm not going to do that. But once, the babies left, I was going to pull the nest out and all that. No, we go out there and the boys look up in there to see, how the baby birds are doing. And there's 3 snakes up in that box. And the box isn't that big. Like, it's maybe like 8 or 9 inches by 8 or 9 inches. There was 3 of them in there, and they was at least 4 to 6 feet long. A piece. Not together, a piece. It took forever to get them out of there. And then they chased me. So, I guess I kind of know what that is like, but I didn't get bit. That would just be horrible. Oh, God. And then your body's just like, boom.
And the second time, I thought it was hilarious. So, I'm sorry, Gerald.
Poor Gerald. Hey, everyone. Go ahead and apologize to Gerald, because I know we all have that deranged sense of humor in us, and someone out there other than me just went, especially knowing that he wasn't seriously hurt. Yeah, that's... Sorry, Gerald.
Kurt, take me to the hospital.
Kurt, if you're out there listening to this, you're a horrible friend. I got bit by a snake. Bo. Where? Right there. Bo.
To the hospital. Get that snake. Get that snake. Where? At your mailbox. Right there. No, I'm not.
Ghost caught on doorbell. YouTube user LexusJV claims that he caught a ghost on his Ring doorbell camera. At 4:23 in the morning, he got an alert that his camera had sensed motion. When he first reviewed the tape, he just noticed this, which just appears to be a spider web moving in the wind. But then, when he looked closer, he noticed this.
What is that?
It looks almost as if some shapeless white face is pressed to the window for a closer look inside.
No.
The Ring camera, sensing no more motion, just...
Honestly, that doesn't look as much like a face to me as, like, that's his backyard and something just kind of appeared. Like, that's like a full body apparition. I mean, I don't know, it's not the greatest quality that far away. It's getting really pixelated. But to me, I mean, it looks like it's a body. Like, if you look, it kind of looks like legs, shoulders, and a head right here. Just kind of, yeah.
shuts off. And it didn't turn back on again for the rest of the night. So is this a ghost in the window? Or just a trick of the light? In another alleged ghost Ring video, YouTuber Vengeance Gaming posted a video saying that he thought his Ring doorbell had picked up a ghost. all in white, who seems to walk out of the darkness from somewhere near the house. And then she just sort of walks off into the dark.
Everyone's got that weird old lady neighbor that lives somewhere around them that just does weird things. That's all that is. Maybelle, get back in the house. You out there in your bloomers. Bet.
Ark. Vengeance Gaming, who by the way has never posted another paranormal video on his channel, suggests that it could be, quote, the lady in white. But it could also simply just be a prank. You decide. One night. Late one night, an older woman named Kathleen hears something outside her Bristol, Connecticut home. Cautious about opening the door to a stranger, she looks outside and sees someone in a car parked just across the street from her house. She yells from a window,
"Can I help you?" The second time I yelled it, he took off without lights on and then went flying up the other street.
When Kathleen checks her Ring doorbell camera, her blood runs cold.
Yeah. He is there for something malintended. He's wearing some cheap mask, his hood's up, he probably doesn't even actually wear glasses. Might just be a part of the mask, but he's there for some something bad. Probably has watched this old lady for a couple of days. It's like, this old lady probably lives by herself. It's just an old lady. She comes to the door and answers it. I can just be like, boom. Oh yeah, he's up to something. Wiping off the handle they touched.
It looks like a scene right out of a Purge movie, and the potential intruder definitely seems to have meant Kathleen harm.
Yeah.
Watch how he wipes off the door handle, and he's got something heavy in his pocket.
Kathleen contacted the police, but the mysterious man in the smiling mask has never been found. It's not all bad. After all the weird and scary things that I've counted down in this list, it might seem like doorbell cameras only record frightening things and the absolute worst of human nature. So I wanted to include one last bonus story that might at least slightly restore your faith in humanity. Katie Egermakris was leaving in a rush one morning from her Washington, D.C. home and forgot to zip her purse. Her wallet fell out somewhere along her way to work. She certainly never expected to see it again. But when she got home, she found this on her doorbell camera. So he hides it safely under the mat. Katie says that all of her
That is the sweetest thing ever. I like that. Aww.
credit cards were there and not even a single dollar was missing. Thanks for watching.
I would find that person, I would take him to Mickey D's and be like, you can get anything off the menu. Anything off the left side of the menu. The dollar menu. No. That right there. There's not many people in the world nowadays that would return something like that at all. And if they did, there probably wouldn't be much in it. They'd probably find your address and come and try to rob the rest of your stuff. So I mean that's just, yeah, I like that. It's sweet.
If you'd like to submit or suggest a video, contact me at nukestop5@gmail.com. And please follow me on Twitter at nukestop5 for video.
Alright, that was Nukes. Now here's 10 creepiest doorbell camera clips.
Nightmare Files.
Why are they dressed like that? Is it that thing off of Trick or Treat? That was a good movie. If y'all haven't watched that, watch it. Trick or Treat. It's actually a really good movie. It's like 10 stories in one, but they're all freaking connected. It's good. I liked it. I ain't gonna lie.
The owner of this home had no idea that this creepy old woman with a knife in her hand was at his door in the middle of the night until he woke up the next morning. Some people say that she's possessed. I say she's senile. She was very reluctant to ring the doorbell. If she did, the owner would have woken up. What do you think would have happened?
I think if she would have come to my house and rang my doorbell, and I would have went there and seen her with that knife in her hand, she would have ran away because she would have seen a chainsaw in mine. That's right. Once that night, I answered my door with a chainsaw. You have to. You never know what kind of cray-cray's out there. Just saying. Plus, she's just looking at the knife like, I don't think she even knows what she's going to do with it. Kind of felt bad for her. Poor old lady. The facial expressions alone. Bro.
In this video, looks like an abduction of a woman at gunpoint in Richmond Hill, Ontario. The man steps out of the car carrying what looks like a handgun, threatening to kill the woman before putting her in the car.
Stop. Oh, yo. You think you'll get in the car? I'm not getting in the car. I think I'm gonna die. Good. Shut me. I'm gonna kill you. You wanna leave?
What? Whoa. That's... What?
These owners of a Ring doorbell camera saw a motion detection video in which a person walks by, but the upper body seems to be transparent. If you pay attention, you will see that the upper body is never seen beyond the right side of the tree, but footsteps are still heard.
Yeah, I don't know what to say about that. That's just reminds me of a video that we did the other day where there's a pair of pants. What's with pants nowadays? I mean, welcome. These are smart jeans. They run away when you can't. Buy your pair now.
As this woman is frantically ringing the doorbell, she is actually trying to get away from her boyfriend, Victor Kuchik. In the background, you can hear him say that he will get the gun from the car.
Please, no, please.
What the heck is wrong with people?
In this video, it happened to be a day that was not Halloween. The owner of the house says that she thought it was UPS because it was 8 p.m., so she ignored the door. To her surprise, the package was not there. She checked her camera and found a character from the movie Trick or Treat just standing at her door. What do you think would have happened if she would have opened that door?
It looked sad. Did y'all see how sad it looked? Poor thing.
In November of 2019, in a Los Angeles neighborhood, people were shocked to hear a woman screaming, "Somebody help me, please," and a man responding with, "Sorry." The people in the neighborhood were frightened due to the nature of her screams. This lady was a victim of an attempted kidnapping.
Whoa.
This video simply just shows a creepy woman going to a house saying random things. Maybe she was on drugs, drunk, but it could be anything.
Or both.
You never know who you run into. Let me know what you think she says in the comment section.
Mom. 3 days. Please help me, please. Okay.
Alright. It sounded like she said, "Can you see me?" Mom, I can't remember. Don't want to wake grandmother up, maybe? Maybe she was really messed up and thought she was at her mom's house? But she, you know, when we get trashed, we go back to mama's house and have them cook us something to eat. Not my mama, she's like, cook your own food. Yeah.
On January 1st, 2020, Darnell Rogers got into a dispute with his then girlfriend over money. They both left their 4-week-old baby in the car. Darnell chased her as she ran for help. He claims he did not remember the incident the next morning.
Stop, Darnell!
God bless. Doorbells get some messed up stuff.
In May of 2019, Gerald Haywood was visiting his
Poor
friend
Gerald.
Rodney Copeland. As you see,
You seen poor Gerald? Yeah. If you want to see that one, go watch it. It is good. I liked it. I feel bad for Gerald.
here you can see the
His
chilling
buddies-
moments when a mother in Fort
he was
Worth,
like,
Texas
"Oh."
is trying to rescue her 8-year-old daughter from what looks like a kidnapper's car. You can hear the pain in her voice as she calls for help. The man in the car, Michael Webb, approached the two while they were walking down their street. He was caught the next day.
Needs to be put under the jail.
Then, less than 12 hours later, the big break. 2 church members heeding law enforcement's call for help on social media, spotting the vehicle in the parking lot of this hotel.
These guys are our heroes. You know, we're here in police uniform with badges and guns, and everybody calls us heroes. And now we have 2 citizens that went out of our way.
Heroes indeed. Authorities arrived at that hotel about 10 miles southeast of Fort Worth, busting down the door of the room where they say the suspect was holding Salem. He's now in custody facing aggravated kidnapping charges. Police say Salem is in good condition.
That poor little lady. Poor young child. People like that, sorry. That gets under my skin. He'd be in an unmarked grave behind the jail. He wouldn't even be good enough to be put under the jail. Sorry. All right. That's it for that one. Let's move on.
A little girl named...
This is 12 scary videos caught on doorbell cameras, and you can tell by the voice we already know who it is. That's right, it's Chips. You'll be fine.
Taylor, 7 years old, runs up to the doorbell cam after school, not out of excitement, but rather sheer fear.
No, please come open the door. There's a bobcat. I want to come in. I love my mommy.
You can tell by the fear in her voice and the crease in her brow.
It was the cat helmet. It thought she was one of them, and it was like, "You're a big bobcat. We We need to be friends. That's all that was. That's all that was.
Oh, that Taylor is not making this up. Unfortunately, the neighbor is not home yet, and Taylor has to wait a stressful minute until the car pulls up, worried she's going to encounter this wild cat the whole time. The car pulls up just before she really starts to cry. I'm really glad she's alright, but I worry the bobcat will return one day, if it's still lurking in the area. Tim leaves the house with his kids to grab some lunch. When he gets...
That would be freaking terrifying as a child. I mean, as a full-grown person, that would be scary as all get up, but as a child, that would be horrific. Guarantee you she will never grow up and own a cat. Ever.
An alert concerning some really scary things caught on one of his Ring security cameras. Two large men approach with their hoods up and faces concealed. The first turns around and is the lookout. The second turns around out of fear.
They got a ring too, he said. You hear that? Hey, those rings, they do help deter a lot of stuff. I mean, don't get me wrong. Sometimes it just catch it and people just don't care. But they do help deter a lot of things. If you have the capability to get one, think about it. You'd be surprised. I mean, even to have the security to know that, you know, if someone delivers a package to your door, you're going to get a notification. And if someone comes up and takes that package off your door, you're going to get a notification. You're going to be able to see who it is and at least make a police report. You would be surprised. Plus, that fool needs to pull his britches up. Just saying.
It's more than obvious that
Makes it hard to run away when your pants are down around your ankles.
That these men were going to try and gain entry before they notice they've been caught on one of the home security cameras. I'm really glad they backed away because you can hear small dogs inside that could have gotten hurt, and that would have been worse than any lost item. A Reddit user named Addison W has posted one of the creepiest things ever caught on doorbell cam to the Chills Narrator subreddit. A large, scary man bikes up to their front door and has this to say.
I'm sorry. Looked in one day and saw you. Oh God, I can't stop.
The creepy man has his face covered and a light on his head.
What? Did he just admit to looking in through the window at someone and watching them? And now he just can't stop. Dude, do like everyone else in the world, get you a Pornhub account and stop being a creeper.
Could be used to better see into people's windows. I don't know which is creepier, the fact that he has apparently been looking into the windows of random people's homes, or the fact that he calmly confesses it to them later into their doorbell cameras. At any rate, I really hope this person is just a random stranger with a dark sense of humor, and not somebody who has developed an obsession. Unfortunately, I think the chances are very high that this is somebody who is extremely messed up and cannot help themselves. Hopefully the police find him before any of his compulsions grow even worse.
I'm sorry. Looked in one day and saw you. Oh God, I can't stop.
The Fresno Sheriff's Office in California has released 3 separate videos of a creepy man caught on doorbell cameras across the neighborhood trying to take them. He reaches out with a tool and you can see him trying to loosen the casing with one hand while trying to pull out the doorbell camera with the other. Concentration is written on his face as he gives one last tug and then gives up. He has more success at a different house as he pops open the casing and stuffs the doorbell camera into something he brought with him, probably to pawn someplace later. He tries one more house without success, and as he turns around, you can see a backpack that could be filled with doorbell cameras for all we know. This also shows that he's pretty young and probably goes to...
You know, there's no point in buying him. He's gonna get caught. They got serial numbers on him. He can track the freaking thing. Oh, people. That's why on this channel we have them big, beefy melon brains. He does not. He doesn't watch this channel. He doesn't have a big, beefy melon brain.
School someplace nearby. Even though he's been caught on camera, he's never been caught in real life. If you happen to know who this is, then don't hesitate to call the sheriff's department. A Reddit user named Miss Doolittle Tex posted some really creepy things caught on camera for the Chills Narrator subreddit to analyze. A man with shifty eyes and an odd expression walks to her front door and doesn't ring it, just stands there confused. He thinks about doing who knows what next and then decides against.
Yeah, dude got crazy eyes. I've only seen that in like ladies, but he got some crazy eyes. Plus he's got like this like Neanderthal Cro-Magnon man look going on. You know, that protruding eyebrow. Just saying. But look, he is a top dad. Probably took that from someone's.
He leaves her door but not her property, going on to walk around the perimeter and crossing into a neighbor's backyard without permission. He returns a short while later, running away and full of energy. Only he knows what he did for sure or how bad it was. Miss Doolittle Tex calls the police to make a report, and based on this video evidence, I think she was absolutely in the right to do so. There's no reason for him to be creeping around like that. And it's good to get everything documented early, in case things get even weirder in the future. Besides, I would want my neighbor to look out for me in the same way as I do for them. A rather shady looking man walks up to a house in Cohasset, Massachusetts, and turns on the flashlight app.
Yeah, he's shifty. You can tell by his face he's shifty.
He doesn't seem to notice that he's already been caught. The doorbell camera's recording his every move as he appears to shine all around on the ground, possibly lifting up a welcome mat and some other places to look for spare keys. He looks directly at the doorbell at 27 seconds, but seems to either not notice or not care about the camera pointed at him. Later that night, this house was entered, and the police wanted to talk to him. Judging by all of the suspicious activity, I think there's a good chance that this suspect was the one responsible. A scary 3 a.m. video's got a YouTuber named Logical Leprechaun scratching his head in disbelief along with both of his parents too.
The thing runs for like another minute, and he never comes back. He never does anything else. Whoever this...
Never rings again.
Is that wearing a dress or something? Again.
The mysterious figure sets off the Ring doorbell camera alert one time, and never again despite passing back and forth numerous times. It's the 4th of July, so somebody could have been walking around outside, but there's no reason for them to be this out of focus, and definitely no reason to appear out of nowhere.
It's dark there, and then boom, out of nowhere.
Logical Leprechaun says that nothing has appeared so blurry before or after this mysterious figure was caught on camera. It's no different than other doorbell cameras and works fine, other than this mysterious night. I think it could be paranormal unless there is some technical explanation that someone could help me better understand. Jennifer Garcia and her...
It could have been raining and like some water got on the doorbell thing. If it's not right underneath the porch or awning or something, or water could have just been run down because it was blowing in. I mean, that happens.
boyfriend are woken up at 1 in the morning by an alarm from their Ring cam. This weird round object floating around on a clear night is what sets off the alert. Too slow moving to be a bug, not to mention transparent. So what do you think this mysterious unexplained light could be? I'm not sure if it's a real paranormal video, but I'm willing to give them the benefit of the doubt and entertain the possibility of a ghost orb outside.
That is
a creepy
weird.
stranger in a crazy mood is apparently trying her best to freak out the owner of this doorbell camera. With all the weird things she's caught on tape doing, she walks towards the doorbell camera while making a face, and she turns around when she sees the headlights of an oncoming car. Clearly aware that she's doing something wrong and afraid of getting caught, she steps away as the car passes, but soon she's back at it again, this time chomping at the camera and then doing some weird moves.
Just saying. She got crazy eyes. I wouldn't trust that.
Movements with her arms. Maybe she's got the wrong house and thinks she knows the owner of this doorbell cam. Maybe she's trying to get their attention and wants to be let in. She doesn't necessarily look dangerous.
Maybe she's just a crazy.
But doesn't appear to be in her right mind and could probably change moods at any moment. So I don't blame the homeowner for not opening the door and seeing what she wanted. I doubt it was anything good. A strange smear of a man floats across the sidewalk and materializes into a person. Their lower half is missing and then they disappear. One of the weirdest things caught on camera is how the apparent ghost checks its phone when it first appears. Either this is a strange camera glitch, or else I guess we still keep our phones in the afterlife.
No.
This scary doorbell video's from the Chills Narrator subreddit, and it was posted by Tay Harley Quinn. They say their camera has never acted weird before, but for some reason this mysterious shadow figure, transparent and paranormal, is traveling at a high rate of speed behind a truck at random. Some people say this is a person on a bike, while others say it's somebody running, but most agree that this video is paranormal from the looks of it. A small number of people say that this is a glitch, but fail to go into much explanation, even though I would like to hear more. Until then, I think this could be a real ghost sighting caught on home security camera.
I mean, I don't think it's... I don't know. Honestly, it does look like someone running. You know how when people jog really fast, their legs get that kind of like video effect looking, where it's just like the road runner.
I've got a challenge for you. Since you've made it this far, why not like this video?
Got a challenge for you.
Doorbell camera tilted at an interesting perspective that shows us more than most other scary doorbell cam videos ever do. The mysterious figure appears from nothingness, which is scary enough, but what makes one of the creepiest things ever caught in the history of doorbell cameras is how the apparition continues to walk down the street for 37 seconds before disappearing again. Feel free to prove me wrong, but this could actually be a real ghost sighting caught on camera. Freaky, right? A super sketchy miscreant duo leans into view of a doorbell camera.
I mean, I don't think it was ghost, but either way, that was creepy.
Doorbell cams are meant to see who is at
I guess we got another Chills.
your door, but every once in a while they can also show you who is after your life. Number 16. You may remember a while back on the channel, I analyzed this footage of a woman screaming for help outside a stranger's home, and it was caught on their doorbell camera. Well, since then, I came across an interview where Inside Edition found this woman, and we learned what actually happened that night. She woke up to her boyfriend of 8 months restraining her and trying to duct tape her mouth shut to do unspeakable actions. She was only able to escape when he was temporarily distracted, and she ran outside the home. She said she flagged down a car, but they just drove off, so she had no other choice but to try and get help from a nearby neighbor. This footage is absolutely one of the most terrifying videos I've seen, and now knowing that it was 100% real only makes it scarier.
Yeah.
Truly a horrifying event.
People. What is going on with these people? I don't understand.
Number 15. Matt Bell accidentally manages to catch his neighbor's house on video as it goes up in flames. Watch about a minute in as a flaming piece of debris flutters across the street and lands in his hedges with a solid thud.
Oh no.
Soon his front yard is ablaze, and now Matt's house looks like it is about to go up next. It looks pretty bad for a while, until his neighbors run over with some garden hoses and work on putting out the flames. Meanwhile, all Matt can do is watch on his phone with terror as he rushes home.
Please put that out for me, please. I'm on my way home.
Your house on fire!
Yeah, I know. I'm on my way.
The authorities are ultimately able to contain the blaze and keep it from spreading to other residences.
Your house is on fire!
This video just goes to show how easily the fire could have spread. If that flaming chunk had landed on Matt's roof instead of the hedges, there would have been little that his neighbors could have done. Number 14. A woman leaves.
So nice of the neighbors though, but could you put that out for me? I'm on my way home. Yeah, your house is on fire. Oh no! Why do you think I said put it out? Oh god. Hey, those were some good neighbors though. My neighbors have been like, I ain't wasting water.
Her car unlocked and loses some personal items, including a set of keys. A short time later, a man who she has never seen before comes to her front door and attempts to gain entry with her missing keys. Fortunately, none of the keys were the house key, and he quickly hurries off with nothing. This just goes to show how easily one incident can lead to another. If you ever experience anything like this.
Remember the dude with the wallet that came back and actually just brought it back, didn't take nothing out of it? What I say in that video, most people that would find it would just come to your house, keep everything in your wallet, and then take everything in your house. Just saying.
Don't underestimate the persistence of those doing it. Sometimes the more clever ones will track you back to your...
He ain't wrong. People work harder to screw over someone else so they don't have to work than they would if they actually just went out and worked. Just saying. Just saying. Like, this guy could be a private investigator. Evidently, he's good at tracking down people.
Your house and try to do the same thing a second time. Number 13. This unnerving doorbell cam footage was taken somewhere in New Mexico. A random person walks up to a house in the middle of the night and just basically goes crazy without warning. They appear to have lost all sense of reason as they first yank on the doorbell cam and then start to scale the wall. It's unclear if they are really trying to gain access to the house itself or if they are just out of their minds and doing whatever spontaneously comes next. After a while, they come back into view and kind of wobble around.
Looks drunk.
This next part sounds like they might have even fallen over, but I'm not exactly sure.
He fell.
Overall, the strange man seems more confused.
He drunk. He's drunk as a skunk. Trying to climb around like some kind of chimpanzee drunk. He fell. He did. No, we seen him. He fell.
Than necessarily looking to cause havoc, but I would still not want to encounter this potential maniac either way. Number 12. A woman approaches a home she does not live in and immediately tries the door without knocking. Notice her mouth open a little in surprise when she sees the doorbell cam. It looks like she is in big trouble and knows it. I have little doubt that this woman would have taken whatever she could if the door was unlocked because, according to the description, she apparently tried the door just 10 minutes after watching the owners leave. She's also wearing jogging clothes and appears to be trying her best to blend in. Most neighborhood residents
see the length people go to screw over their fellow man. Fellow woman, fellow man, fellow person.
This probably wouldn't take a second look at her. Who knows how many times this routine has worked for her in the past. According to the description, this video has been sent to the authorities, so I really hope she gets caught, or at least comes up with a good explanation as to what she was doing here. Number 11. This man approaches a home, stands in place for 10 seconds without ringing or knocking, and then decides to rip the doorbell cam straight out of the wall for good measure. Notice how he pulls up his sleeves over his hands before doing so. Obviously, he is worried about leaving fingerprints, so he probably does stuff like this all of the time. My guess is that he wanted to get into the house when he noticed the doorbell cam and got scared. He probably thought that by taking the doorbell cam, he would get rid of any evidence that he was ever there, completely unaware that a live video gets sent straight to the person's phone automatically. This video was posted in November of 2018. So far, he has not been caught, but since the doorbell cams have a serial number, he can't resell it easily without getting busted. Number 10. An Outer Banks vacation home in North Carolina goes up in flames. There's something terrifying about the quiet sound and the way the ashes slowly creep up to the neighbor's front door. Keep in mind that every smoldering ember could set this house ablaze too. Somehow it manages to survive along with this harrowing video. Number 9. A YouTuber named Mark Grillo catches a complete and total stranger poking around his front porch for no apparent reason. She doesn't even try to knock or anything. Take a look at what she's carrying here and tell me what you think is inside. It almost looks like it could be a cardboard container from a restaurant or something, but I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah, you can't stand. Yeah, I can't stand.
That's a Karen. So, that's a Karen. You can tell. She's got the Karen face, Karen voice. What makes you think you have the right to look into anyone's house without their permission? Karen. That's Karen. She's probably going to, if there's there, she'd probably holler at him for some reason.
You can't see in, the woman says twice while trying to peer through a window. Two other people stand at the bottom of the steps waiting for her, and they all walk off together. Exactly what this woman is trying
two Karens in a cabin.
Trying to see is unknown, but it's definitely creepy how she struts around like she owns the place. The group seems to be wearing nice clothes, and I doubt she is trying to break in, especially since her hands are full, which only makes this video all the more bizarre. Overall, I have no idea what these strangers could possibly want, or why they thought this was a socially acceptable thing to do. Number 8. Sometimes a doorbell cam will record something that its owners probably don't even want to know.
Run, Gerald! Here's another snake. I'll never be able to look at a snake and a door together again without picturing poor Gerald's face and him going in there and telling his buddy be like, Bo.
About, like this huge snake for example. Allison Keller was surprised to find a giant reptile slithering around her front entrance at 2 a.m. in Spring, Texas. Even after it completely falls off the door, the snake resumes course and keeps looking for a way in. Animal wildlife experts believe this to be a Texas rat snake, which are known to be aggressive and will go after anyone in their path, so it's definitely a good thing that nobody opened the door. Number 7. A family in Poway, California are just barely getting settled into their new home when this feline predator comes creeping up to their door. This situation is bad enough to begin with, but it gets even more terrifying when you realize that it's attracted by the sounds of a household pet. The mountain lion gives up in less than 30 seconds, but not before trying to get a better look through the window. It's gone for now, but I have little doubt that it has marked this area in its mind and will be back looking for a meal.
At GPS this, there's going to be a kids meal in there that squeaks. Comes to get to eat and have a squeaky toy.
Oh, number 6. A small bluish figure briefly hovers outside of a home before disappearing out of sight. It's hard to say what this is, or even how close the object even was. On one hand, it looks like it could just be a strand of hair, but the way it hangs around for so long is quite strange. This object was also somehow able to activate the doorbell cam, so it must have had some mass to do it. The person who uploaded this video claims that it's a ghost, but let me know what you think this mysterious object is. Even with video evidence, I still can't fully tell. Number 5. It's 2 at night when this doorbell cam captures something that really shouldn't be possible. Pay attention to the area by the white railing to see it. Some kind of smoky blur appears out of nowhere and paces back and forth twice before disappearing. The uploader insists that this is a ghost, and I agree that it is a strong possibility. Look again, and it almost looks like a large head accompanied by 2 hanging arms, or at least that's what I see. Let me know if you can see it as well. Number 4. It's just another ordinary night until a number of strange events happen just outside of someone's front door. A bizarre whooshing noise is followed by blinking lights and the sound of something clicking off camera. I thought it was a turn signal, but the description of this video says that this was actually the sound of lights clicking on and off. Nothing happens for a while, and then the unidentifiable sound briefly returns. Some people have pointed out that this could have been a heavily compressed video of cars passing by. I agree that this is a possibility, but that still doesn't explain the lights turning on and off or the clicking noise. I'd like to hear your best guess as to what this residential disturbance could be. Paranormal, unknown flying device, or just some late night street traffic. Number 3.
I want to say some late night street traffic. The clicking, that could have been something other, like if they would have sped up the video, it could have been more drawn out, like them hitting a manhole cover. Because whenever people drive down the road here, they hit the manhole cover over there, it kind of goes. So maybe they did speed it up, and that's just the sound that it made. I'm gonna call bull, just because I want to. But
man in Detroit walks up to a house well armed and without a care. The look on his face is a cross between amusement and rage. It's the unmistakable expression of a true psychopath. He taps against the door with a loud clang, but the man inside does not answer. The two have never met before, and this house appears to have been chosen at random. The stranger steps out into the front yard and starts acting even more bizarre. He then gets in his car and drives off for a bit, only to return and damage the house. His motives and identity have not been confirmed, so if you happen to live in Detroit, hopefully this doesn't happen to you. Number 2. It's midnight when Sylvia Slarb gets an iPhone notification that someone is at her door. She looks out the window and doesn't see anything, so she goes back to sleep. The next morning, she remembers the incident and quickly checks her phone. This weird shining orb is what her doorbell cam automatically recorded on that night. I have no logical explanation for this aside from a possible insect, but as far as I know, a bug this small and this far away should not be able to trip the sensor. Therefore, I cannot exclude the paranormal as well. Before we get to number 1, my name is Chills, and if you're curious about what
I look like, go to Dylan is chillin'.
Number 1. It's about 3 a.m. when Michael Hernandez gets a phone alert at his front door. He is deep asleep and doesn't wake up until about the 3rd or 4th one. When he finally opens his eyes, these raging porch flames are what he finds.
See, was starting off as a small flaming bag of poo, escalated so fast.
Michael is filled with adrenaline as he grabs an extinguisher and desperately tries to save his home. The tiny device is no match for the inferno, however, and the authorities are screaming at Michael.
I applaud his effort, but what is this rinky-dinky little fire extinguisher going to do to a towering inferno like that? Nothing. This is going to make it angry.
Michael to give it up all the while. He eventually runs away just as the flames are licking his front door. If he had just waited seconds longer, I am sure he would have lost much more than his place of stay. Michael Hernandez set up a GoFundMe page for the incident. He plans on donating a large portion of whatever he gets towards helping his neighbors as well. So I really hope we can rally together as a community and help him get to his goal. I'm warning you not to watch these scary videos at night unless you want to watch them again in your nightmare.
Alright, y'all. That was L5000 Reacts Doorbell Edition. I liked it. Might do another theme ones. I like the theme ones. I don't know. Leave a comment down below if there is a theme of videos that y'all would like for me to do. There we go. You guys decide. And if you don't, I will. I liked it. It was good. It was fun. It was creepy, entertaining. I didn't watch the clown one. I'm not going to. You can't make me. I refuse. Poor Gerald. Yeah, I'm going to remember that all day. Oh, and 4th of July is coming up, and I won't see you guys until after the 4th of July, so happy 4th of July. Everyone be safe, be careful, be cautious. It's a great holiday, but it has its dangers. Matter of fact, there was even, hey, this happened on the 4th of July, you know, on the video. So, everyone, have a great, wonderful, and safe 4th of July. Enjoy your Independence Day. And if you haven't already, think about subscribing because it's the right thing to do. It makes you feel better about everything that is wrong in the world. And ding that bell because it's going to let you know when more scary, creepy, strange, and deranged videos are coming your way. So as always, be good to each other. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.